Feature Friday.
The freshest.
One. We are live. Feature Friday.
Hello, interweb.
Yeah. Interweb.
Yes.
I think that probably was what they called it back in the day.
I know.
Back in the days.
In the earth.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, I have to close the window. I think it's like a stray dog.
It's not a stray dog.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just someone
It's the neighbor's dog.
Yep, it's a big dog. Anyways,
She's very cute.
Big dogs are. I think that's probably what I'd go to. If I have to get a dog, I'll probably get a big dog.
Nope. If I get a dog, it has to be small and whiny and annoying, like me.
You have like
lines.
Yeah. You can kind of see like no, on your glasses, just that big.
Yeah.
You have like 4 eyes now.
Is it gone?
Nope.
Damn it. Put them back on. I thought, well, you'll miss my whole makeup if I put these things on.
You're fine.
Even though I can.
You might have to
see
read
better.
as well, so.
Yeah, just keep them on.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I think I'll get if I had to get a dog, I'll get a big dog.
No. This is exactly, I have it planned since I was 5.
If I was to get a dog, though.
I will get a Chihuahua that's annoying and yappy and shakes. And it's cute because it has all of those flaws. And then I will also get 2 naked cats. One will be called Dobby and the other will be called Stitch. And that is the story of my life.
What, three pets?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
One whiny Chihuahua and 2 weird naked cats that look like aliens. And they will all have bow ties. It's so cute.
Yeah, that'll be one weird household.
Well, yeah, it is. It is mine.
What if the dog and the cat don't sort of get along?
They will.
Who would you sacrifice?
Neither.
Like for Halloween?
No, what is wrong with you?
Or you do your weird ritual, Halloween ritual?
No.
Give a naked. That's what I feel naked cats are for, like for some sort of like dark juju.
What a lie.
That's
They're
like a
just...
sacrifice.
No, they just look like aliens and they should be worshipped because they could be the next race, you know?
I just feel like.
Why are you opening this kind of worms?
I just feel like they're a hard breed to love, you know?
No, how could you? They're just old and wrinkly and weird and lanky, but fat at the same time. They're so cute.
They're like skinny fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I think I'll get a big dog. Like I've always wanted like a husky, but they're too problematic, like health wise, and they don't live very long, so it's a bit tough.
Chihuahuas
and their hips,
don't
they
live
have issues
very
with...
long either.
Yeah, Chihuahuas are just basically rats, mate.
They're not. Come on.
They are.
I'll explain.
They're
to
lovely.
You.
They're very nice.
I'll explain to you where my whole idea for a Chihuahua comes from. I used to have a best friend in school when I was like 4 or 5. She used to have a Chihuahua in her house, and her Chihuahua was very old and wrinkly and was blind in one eye.
It had like a leg chopped off.
No, it just walked funny because he was so old, and
he was shook.
Yes.
It made me so uncomfortable. Even when I was a child, it would always twitch and be weird. Like it wouldn't even be a dog. It was so old. It stopped being a dog. You would want a dog to go play fetch with. This dog couldn't do that.
No,
he would walk into
cute.
stuff.
Yeah.
It was a dumb dog.
He was so adorable. I used to love that dog. And every time I used to go to my friend's house, that dog would be there, you know, making his way as quick as possible to get to the door and greet us. And I would be like, oh, he's so adorable. And he'd always be warm. So I would always want to cuddle him and he'd fall asleep on me. And I was like 5 or 6. And that was the cutest thing that's ever happened to me. So since then, I wanted a Chihuahua.
The only bad thing about dogs is that they die.
Yeah.
That is literally it. So
do we, but we don't see it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. It's just sort of like you're just basically just signing up for another funeral. You know?
Don't tell me that. Now I'm very sad.
Because they last what, 5 years?
No.
6, 8 years?
I think about.
That's rough. I wouldn't be able to go for that because I would like the dog.
Yes.
That's the only problem. I think when I was a kid.
What about sausage dogs? I saw a sausage dog in the park, Ephra. But this sausage dog was so small because he was a puppy.
Yeah.
But they had
Puppy sausage dogs.
Oh,
They must
they're
look adorable.
so cute.
Yeah.
He couldn't even walk on the grass because the grass was too high for him. It's like drowning in the grass. It was so funny.
They're lovely dogs, I think.
But the owner had him on a leash that goes around their necks, and he was so small that he was being pulled up by the leash.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
That's the other thing. I don't like putting like an animal, like on a
Leash.
Yeah, it feels
One,
weird.
you can train them, and two, there's also harnesses that you can put on small dogs.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't pull the freaking throats out.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable when I see people do that.
Yeah.
So I just let people have dogs, not me. You know what I mean? And then
It's okay. I'll get a Chihuahua. You will have to love it.
Yeah. I like dogs, and I like especially when they're babies and stuff.
Efra, that gets me so excited. The thought of it gets me excited.
When I was a child and I sort of we didn't have pets.
We
So
never had pets.
Yeah, only a fish, and it killed itself. And
He was suicidal.
and then I just sort of thought, well, I'd get myself my own pet. And in the house, there used to be always like these little lizards roaming around, and I thought this would be good practice. Catching it was an adventure, right? You just sort of catch it, and then and you'd learn that if you hold it too tight, it dies.
How did you learn that?
So there was quite a few I kind of threw away. And after a lot of trial and error, like a lizard serial killer. And then I found one, and I was well, be really careful. And sort of flick it, that's what I learned. You flick them so they fall, and then they get really scared.
Oh no!
And then you present yourself as the helper. And they sort of jump in your hand and stuff. And then I was really afraid. I thought I was doing something illegal or something. Because my mum would come in, I'm not, you know, when you're a kid.
And you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Startled. So like,
yeah,
that's sort of what I did. And I just put him underneath these vase. Inside it.
Okay.
Closed it. Now, I think you couldn't really get air in there. And I forgot, like a week went by. And I was like, hey, I have a pet. And I sort of opened it, and he was just laying but belly up. And I was like, oh.
Poke it.
Lizard's not meant to do that. You know? But yeah, so ever since then, I was like,
Maybe I should get a lizard.
Yeah, I'm so satisfied by those videos you get on Instagram. Like, little puppy.
No, I am not. It makes me want to have one.
Yeah.
Very strongly. And
It's
now
like having a baby, mate.
And now that, this whole situation, people are abandoning dogs in the middle of the road because they can't take care of them.
Well, they're just leaving them.
And they just leave them. And then there's a lot of I've had a lot of ads on Instagram. If you are able to foster a puppy, please do it here. Sign up now. It's for free.
See,
and I was like, oh my god, I could foster a puppy in my small apartment where nothing fits. But that would be such a bad idea. Such a not responsible thing to do. But I would totally go for it.
That's what I think. Probably a lizard, not a bad pet. If you release it on the wild, you're probably doing it a favour.
Well, like a gecko.
No, that's too big. That'd make me feel bad.
I don't like geckos. I don't like
You don't like
cold
snakes or anything like
blood animals.
Are they cold blooded?
Yeah.
They just killers.
Ugh. I don't.
Yeah,
Any snakes freak me out. Like chameleons are okay. They're kind of quirky, so I like that about them.
Yeah.
But I think they're very boring. What can you do with a chameleon? It just sits on a branch.
Yeah. They just sort of
and they
move.
just change color and they do the twitchy thing.
No, they do the eye thing.
And they also do the eye thing.
Yeah. I think I could do that.
Yeah, very good. Well done.
What you don't know is that I'm actually looking over here with my eyes.
Wow.
I'm a
An advanced breed.
chameleon. Well, you saw with my eyes. There's two in one.
Come a chameleon.
Right, let's do some album reviews.
Yeah.
Because we heard a lot of music these past few days.
We have indeed.
And yeah, a lot of thoughts actually. I was like really happy on some. I was like a bit disappointed on some. I was like a bit like don't really care. Like I could have lived without it. I was then on some like, I'm really glad I found this album. Or I'm really glad I heard it. So yeah, let's start with the K-pop ones. Because those were
Mix
the ones.
Mix it up.
Those were the ones literally we heard last.
Yes.
so they're sort of fresher in my mind. Let's see. Let's start with DAY6 because you've been listening basically to the album non-stop.
I'm gonna get the track list here.
So I made this like little notes thing of when I was listening to it, sort of the thoughts that came to my head. And the first thing is, we obviously heard Zombie.
Yes.
And I think that was one of my favorite tracks of the whole thing. I really liked that. I think I said it in the video. Like it reminded me a bit of the script, bit of like old school, like One Republic, that sort of feel, you know, which is really good. So I thought, yes, it was a very good track. And then TikTok. I just said like an 8, like a really good track. I didn't feel like it blew my mind, but like it was just a good track. I wouldn't skip it though, you know what I mean? I'll still play it.
I think TikTok. Well, what about Day and Night? But why didn't you write anything about Day and Night?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that the? Can't remember. Let me. That's the like.
That's the intro.
The intro, like the commercial-ish type of intro.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
That's the one. That's the one that we said. This could have been the title track.
Yes, Day and Night. I thought that had potential to be the title track.
Yeah. I think it's such a weird line between like, what do you actually want to choose to represent the album? That's such a bizarre idea.
I think that's one of the hardest things as well. Like, what exactly do you, from all of the projects that you did for the album, which one is the one that embodies the whole concept? You know?
I think Zombie is a good choice because it also had that sort of a underlying vibe of their whole issue going on right now, like mentally wise.
Yes.
They're just sort of caught in a routine. They feel like they're just, you know, aimlessly walking through life, and it was talking about someone. I thought it was about a love interest, but then someone in the comments corrected me saying that it's more about someone who's basically cold on life. You know, it's sort of not finding a way to go through life, which is a very tough position to be in. And if you know someone that's in that position, you'll realize like how tough it is to anything you say. It does help, but it's mainly listening that would help, not what you say.
Absolutely. I think sometimes a lot of the support that you can provide to somebody is actually being there to listen, let them speak their mind, because sometimes just the vocalizing of the problems and expressing exactly how you feel and what you're going through, even if at the beginning you don't really know what you're saying,
right?
Sometimes at the end of that really long conversation you feel like a weight has been lifted, and a lot of the times that's way more helpful than listening to somebody who's trying to give you advice, because it feels like more information's being piled upon you, you know? And the feeling that will give you that
feeling
release is the vocalizing, the expressing, the trying to get your thoughts across. And I think
that's why I think music is so impactful, because these guys, even though they have each other to sort of talk, at the same time, music is the way that they've been able to sort of portray that feeling.
Yeah, and without any sense of shame. I think what's so important about music is that
it's like a shield, doesn't it? Like an invisible sort of.
Not at all. Actually, it strips away all the social boundaries that you put on yourself.
That's a better way to explain it. Yeah.
So you filter all these perceived thoughts and ideas and ideals that people have over you, and everything that you know that you shouldn't talk about, everything that you know you're gonna be judged for.
Yeah.
All of that goes through this filter called music, and then you get this very honest, raw person, individual that really is willing to openly say what they feel.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Tell their story. I was gonna say that I think Zombie was the right pick to embody the whole album because of the concept of the album as well, because it's called Demon, and I wouldn't have picked Day and Night.
And isn't it called The Book of Us? Isn't that what?
Yeah. This like this the second or the third part of that? The Book of Us, the saga type thing?
DAY6. Well, I can't find it.
Just put the name of the album.
DAY6. Oh god. DAY6.
The Book of Us, and then it should tell you.
My phone is spazzing. Their third.
So the
Entropy,
third part.
Entropy, Gravity, and then Demon.
I like that. I like that a lot. So I think the fact that they chose Zombie over Day and Night as the title track really also represents that it's not trying to go for the commercial sound that they can also do very well. Because Day and Night for me was very commercial, very chart available, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, TikTok, I thought it was great as well. Thought it was good. It was just a good track. You know, that's basically all I wrote because I just liked it. And then Love Me or Leave Me, that's sort of when I started noticing a common theme when it comes to sort of the album, which was a lot of it comes down to personal taste, because I wouldn't there's two things that I'm not really into. I mean, it's not that I'm not into, it's just that I wouldn't listen to them in my own time. But like if they play, I can still appreciate them, I can still hear them. But it's not like you would see many songs of this genre in my phone. So Love Me or Leave Me would kind of fall under that category. Like really nice effects, great vocals. I really like the vocals. The melody is great, but I felt like there were bits that were a bit unnecessary to me. Like the whole energetic vibe at the beginning, that's a bit hectic. You know, I wish I could show you the song right now, right? But if you can do that in your time, that'd be lovely, because it saves us YouTube.
Strangling us?
Yeah, sort of hanging us. But yeah, so Love Me or Leave Me is like it's fine. It's a good track, but I just thought you had a bit of an unnecessary, super energetic in your face beginning, and then that's sort of when you and I said it's like how commercial are you willing to go by still having your essence and not going too far away from that, you know what I mean?
I actually quite liked it. I liked the energetic feel to it.
You liked it more than I did.
Yeah, it kind of gave me a bit of like This Is War, 30 Seconds to Mars type of style song.
Yeah.
And I love the bridge in that song. It has a really strong bridge. Yeah, like the chord progression there was very different from what you had been hearing up to that point. So it gave a really nice dynamic change. It's a good track.
Then I thought Stop. I just wrote that as a very good track. Inspirational. I love the drums. The drums in Stop was great, and I think Stop was one of the songs where you can really see kind of like vision and then execution come together. So like your ideas coming together. So that was really good.
Yeah, I think from Stop, and I think it's 1 to 10 that comes after.
Yep.
And Afraid. I think I like those 3 tracks one after the other.
I agree. Those were my favorite 3.
I actually think the album becomes so strong towards the end, and I think that's one of the best things about this album overall, because it gives you that sense of crescendo as you go through the album, so it leaves you wanting to play it again at the end, which is cool.
Point, actually, yeah.
Which is cool, because at the end the last track is Zombie in English, so you do get that repeat feeling to the whole thing. I really like it.
Yeah, 1 to 10 was my favorite track.
Yes.
That was by far my favorite track. Like that's the one I added to my playlist.
It was melodic. It was easy to listen to. It was so it had the feeling of the real band. Oh, that's not.
No, it just stopped.
Okay. Yeah, but it has that feeling of real live music.
Right.
And I appreciate that Very, very, very much. I have listened to that song, to that album,
On repeat.
On repeat since it released, because I think it's a very strong album.
Yeah. Then Afraid, I realized the second bit of the song. There were bits again where I thought like the whole, you liked it, but I didn't. The whole group shout thing.
Again, very 30 Seconds to Mars.
Like, I'm so afraid. I
cool.
could live without it, But yeah, and then Love Me or Leave Me, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't listen to it on my own time. Again, like from 1 to 10, stop. And then
I think Stop,
Zombie.
1 to 10, Zombie, and Afraid. I like them all.
Those were the songs I added to a playlist. 1 to 10, Stop, and then Zombie, and Day and Night.
Day and Night, yeah. Day and Night is the commercial side of Day6, and it's so refreshing to see a band doing commercial stuff, because you don't think they would ever be able to.
Yeah, it was actually good.
Yeah, so they really show versatility in that album.
Versatility.
Sorry, a lot of versatility in the album. So like how easy it is for them to go from one genre to the other, which is so unusual as a band that has instruments and writes their own stuff and creates their own music.
I just really like them overall because they're a band.
Yes.
And it's so refreshing seeing a band pop. Not pop, I mean literally pop in the sense of like they're rising and they're growing right now.
I adore the feeling of real drums playing in a track. It gives such a strength, such a power.
That's why I really liked Stop.
Yeah.
Because the drums are a joke. It's really, really nice. It's what I would expect from Day6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want a good drums dosage. Go to Day6. Yeah, well, apart from that, we also heard New East.
Oh my God.
New East's new album, which is called...
I loved it. Every single track, one after the other, from the beginning until the end.
Blah, 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 blah.
Here, let me...
I just wrote New East for some reason. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in trouble. The Nocturne in here.
Nocturne.
The Nocturne. Yeah.
Everything about that EP is so great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So great. The title track, I'm in Trouble, is such a bop, and I feel like that could have been played alongside any pop chart.
Which
Dua
one?
Lipa, I'm in Trouble.
Oh yeah. The title track,
anywhere and anytime. Such a good song.
I actually got that feeling from Moondance
as well.
And what I wrote down was like solid intro to the album. Really liked the beginning. Enjoyable chorus. Interesting switch up of voice tonalities. Like they really have something going on with their vocal line.
The vocal line is so strong, but the rap line really like comforts it, like supports it.
It doesn't feel forced, which I have an issue with some bands. That sometimes it feels like the rap is like, oh, we don't know what to do, rap.
Yeah.
You know. And then I really wrote down, I can't understand why they're not humongous.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think this is one of the bands that gets me frustrated, the fact that they're not so like worldwide known.
Yeah, Moondance, then Trouble. If you listen to those tracks, you literally have like 2 hits.
Yes, I actually think Moondance was a very strong contender to be a title track.
Yeah, I think it's a great intro actually. Would I be happy with a video? I don't know. Would I be even happy if we had a video? Probably. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because those boys are visuals. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I just sort of feel like if you were looking for a contender to sort of, well, this is what K-pop can bring, right? Or this is what K-pop is to some extent, and let's put some Western artists with some K-pop artists collaborate together. I would put forward
New East. Yeah, I agree.
I put them forward because they really have that sort of
international versatility,
captivating sound, and also captivating look, which is obviously their demographic is female.
Hook. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But I
do wonder though how much, not just New East, but like K-pop bands in particular, boy bands, how many male fans they have.
Actually, it depends on the groups. There's certain groups that have huge male fandoms.
Right.
And I mean boy groups. big male
Really?
following. Yeah, and I think it's GOT7 that has also a big male following. I think
I'd
I'm making
imagine.
that up,
I'd
but
imagine actually.
yeah.
People like Big Bang might have a big male
Also,
following.
yes, I think you're right.
Because I remember, you know, a lot of you know, like I actually I wasn't into K-pop, but I heard K-pop way before any of this, in Wedding Dress by Taeyang, right? And all my Filipino friends, they loved him, and they like admired him and adored him and would dress like him and sort of. I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I would look at people like that, I'd be like, oh, Chris Brown. But they were looking at Taeyang. And I was like, oh. And he had very similar style anyways to what was on in the moment, so it wasn't really that weird. But I'd imagine probably some of the guys from Big Bang.
Yeah, actually, your Asian friends always had the best style.
Yeah, I would argue,
Fashion sense.
Edgier.
Oh, it was so cool. I always used to like the way your Asian friends dressed.
Yeah. So then Firework. I said I have a problem with the rapping kind of section at the start. I just said it that was one of the few moments where I felt like, the
They're
rapping
trying too hard.
The rapping didn't really. Again, it's just personal taste, but that's not where I would have put a rap.
I believe that Sane from One Direction
Or Harry Styles
could have fit into Firework as a feature really, really well.
Yeah, and then I just said it's just feel good music.
It is so good. The whole album. Then you have after that.
No, the one you said that Harry Styles would be great on is Back to Me.
That's it. Back to
Me.
Me. The one after that.
Yeah.
Ephra is just so great, and Must is also such a feel good song. Like it fills you up. And Shooting Star is just like that crowd pleaser that will get the whole freaking millions singing along with you. It's such a catchy tune, and it's super easy to follow. It's one of is that song that will get the fandom going. I really honestly, my favorite album that I've heard, my second favorite that I've heard, Today and Yesterday, between those 2 days.
I agree. I think, and again, like I don't listen to pop. You know, I'm not really into pop.
But the sound to them is so fresh, and
it reminded me a lot of Charlie Puth.
Yes.
And a lot of like, a bit mix of Zayn. I think you nailed it. A bit of Harry Styles, and that sort of Dua Lipa-ish as well.
Yeah, kind of like experimental, but not edgy enough to be weird.
Yeah.
It was very together.
It was a well-made album.
It's a very together album, and like it has a very strong concept. You know, when people sometimes have a concept, but the whole album kind of like drifts in and out of the concept and never gets to a point.
It falls apart, kind of.
Yeah. This, every single track really had that hit potential.
I would really put them forward as a contender to like Western artists want to, you know, collaborate with any Korean artists or stuff like that. I would say, oh mate, the ones to do that with is New East. It really is, because not many bands that I've heard have that capability of hit making, right? Again, I don't know if it's actually a hit because I haven't seen the numbers. It just might be because I genuinely like them. I don't know. That's why I always try to stay as impartial as I possibly can.
It's to me, it's this is as unbiased as it is, because if I like them, it's because they're good, because I don't know anything about them.
We don't know them, yeah, it's true.
So I really can't be, I'm biased, because I'm really not. I'm discovering them for the first time.
And I can work with and against us, because it may mean we obviously miss little details and things like that the fandom may know. But then at the same time, it also makes us see it from a new perspective, brand new eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
fresh perspective.
Yeah, that's sometimes, and I was speaking to a lot of you guys sometimes through DM. But one of the things that you guys were saying is like, sometimes it's, I like discussing albums or my favorite bands with people that don't know them, because they're not afraid to criticize, or they're not afraid to point out things that they didn't like. Mm-hmm. When you're speaking to fans of fans,
they're very careful on what to say and how to say it.
It's not that I don't feel like they're careful. I just feel like they're fans. So it's going to be very likely that they're going to like everything about it. But if you like everything about it, then there's not really much room to evolve.
No much
know what
room
I mean?
to grow.
So,
yeah.
And as long as it's constructive criticism, it's not hate. right? Which is it's a clear line. You know what I mean? And with all the albums, it's like I don't think we heard a bad album. I just think we heard songs that were great, songs that were not great, songs that were, and there is also the difficulty of some songs go so high up, like they're outstanding, and maybe the next song is good, but because the previous song was outstanding, it's kind of like a little bit
a bit underwhelming, but just because it's not the right positioning of the track. Like if you put the track 2 tracks later, the same one that you thought of skipping, it will bang. So it's about positioning. That's why I think sometimes labels spend so much time on like where to put the tracks, when do they fit in, and that's the reason why New East right now, as today's personal rank, Valeska's rank today, they're on number 9, like number 2 out of 10. So 1 being the best. They're my. Who
the hell ranks like that?
I think I was trying to like, okay, my 9 out of 10.
Yeah? It's a 9 out of 10 EP?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah,
because my number 10 is it's good.
Right. I don't like giving it
no, for today. That's how I feel right now.
I don't like giving it numbers because I never know how I feel. Like I might have said I would skip this track. I said it with Justin Bieber's album, Habitual. I thought that song was trash. And then like 2 weeks later I'm playing it and I'm like, oh, it's actually clean.
That's what I'm saying. It's about the positioning of the tracks
and also
in the order they come
mood.
in.
I think my mood personally affects how I feel about an album.
Absolutely. That's what music does to you though. That's exactly, I totally agree. I also think that's a reason why digesting albums it takes a long while.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you have to enjoy the album in different moments of your life, or of your spectrum, so you can understand the album better.
One of the difficulties, and again, we will get better as we continue. And one of the things that I struggled with right now was, while I was listening to the albums, I always have the lyrics up, right? Obviously, because it's a foreign language and I don't understand Korean. But I find it difficult to then sort of make, notes or stuff like that, or bring back some of the lyrics that I really liked, because I feel like something's burning.
No, it's the water running.
I feel like then I don't do enough justice, because if I just mention the lyrics, then it's just like it kind of loses its power.
Yeah.
So we're still learning how we're gonna do everything. But I think this is just more, instead of like an actual album review, it's probably just more like maybe
thoughts and ideas,
thoughts and feelings, really. Yeah. But yes, now the other album that we listened to was NCT's 127, and this was Neozone, which I think was like a repackaged something.
Yeah, the Punch was a repackaged version of the Kick It one that we watched. So it's the same track list, but it's with a different concept.
Now I went into NCT knowing, because I saw it in one of the comments, hence why I love the comments, and please do feel free to comment like anything that you're thinking, or things that you might not think we know, because we probably don't, or if you think we know it, still put it, because we might not. And do let us know if you've heard all these albums and how you've been feeling about them. I knew that the NCT 127 Neozone was very experimental. Okay. It was very new. They were trying different stuff. We saw that in the Punch video, and a lot of you guys commented, it's like the balls these guys have to try all this crazy stuff. It's incredible. So I went into this like that, right? So I started listening to it yesterday, and we finished it today. Punch, it's good, but like I said in the reaction, I feel it's an experience. Yes. Rather than music being the standpoint, I think it's an experience with the video.
I agree.
Right? And the video, it's really groundbreaking, because I haven't seen something so advanced in a while. Like, I'm talking Kendrick Lamar. Humble yes. Type of like revolutionary. Groundbreaking.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say Punch is a,
like, it doesn't matter if you don't know what K-pop is. You have to watch that video.
Okay, that is again a little landmark they made. That's what makes them so different and groundbreaking, because they're not afraid to try things that are outstanding and absolutely outrageous. I think the song itself, musically speaking, doesn't play to my forte, like the things that I personally like.
It's a commercial song.
It is. It's a very commercial song, but together with the video,
it's an experience.
It's an absolutely mind-blowing experience. That you are in that cinematic world that they have created in that precise moment. It's like watching a Marvel movie.
To some extent, it felt like
I felt like, again, a whole experience, something totally, completely new and super refreshing, because nobody else is doing that. No one is doing that. So when you see something so new and so refreshing, the first thing that you're gonna do is be, well, naturally I'm attracted to it in a flash. So
and the good news of videos like that and experiences like those is that this is gonna inspire other bands, other artists all around the world to then step up their game.
Yeah.
So it's like the same conversation we're having while listening to August D. It's like in one of his lyrics he says, am I changing or are you changing, or if I can become better, am I changing you? And we had that whole conversation. It's like, yeah, if you make up a groundbreaking change or a video, that's gonna absolutely change the game. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's great. You need to be able to be experimental like this. So for that reason, the track, it's like the track could have been trash, right? And to my taste, it isn't like a song I'm gonna play on repeat, right? It's just my personal taste. People know I like R&B, rap, hip hop, and maybe some power ballads, right?
Yes.
You know, like I love Akmu. You know what I mean? When it comes to the whole Korean scene, or I actually love like John Mayer. You know, I'm a bit of a softie on the inside, even though some people may not think so. And even though it doesn't play to me, the whole experience, you need stuff like that. That's why I'm completely like bowed down to them. It's like, mate, unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Then I have Non-Stop, which this is when I started realizing it's like, again, we don't know much about NCT yet. We've done a bit watching of NCT Dream.
We haven't heard any other albums from NCT 1 to 7.
This is our first album
This
we've
is
ever
the
heard.
first thing that we heard. So our opinions are based on
this experimental
album, which I don't know if it plays to their usual.
Bit unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very unfair. So take our opinions with a grain of salt, because it's based on this one album.
Yeah, but this is where the theme, I started realizing, is like, oh, hold on a second. They have a really strong vocal line.
Yes.
You know, like vocally, it's like, bloody hell. There's something going on here. Like I'm talking SM Entertainment, right?
Yeah.
So you'd imagine everything they have, everyone can sing, right? And I think I'm not gonna say they're my favorite label, but I think like they have my favorite acoustic band when they do acoustic medleys. EXO. So
I have to say, SM has a very strong, in my perspective, a very strong vocalist ideal. So
the training must be outrageous.
Not only that, but I think they actively try to find people they want to train that are naturally really good singers.
I see.
So they nurture something that's already there.
Yeah.
Which is not the case in other labels. You know, in other labels maybe an edgy look sells more, or a experimental music sells more,
right,
if for that specific label. But in SM, when I think SM, I think very strong vocalists.
High quality vocal.
Yeah.
Right, I see. Again, I wouldn't say it's my favorite label because I don't know enough.
I don't want to put favoritism on labels, because they all bring something different to the table.
I just have so many favorite groups.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, so like the label to me becomes a bit irrelevant.
It totally irrelevant. Yeah. I agree with you.
So then I said, like, vocal line, my gosh, is pretty strong. But again,
so true.
Not my type of music at all. Like, that isn't the type of music you're gonna see on my playlist. Maybe if I'm working out, or maybe if I'm like in that mood, which is very rare. But again, it's just down to taste, so it is what it is. Then Boom, I say it's a good song.
Yes, I like Boom.
But
I liked it.
I didn't like the change up in the instrumentals. It's so radical.
Again, very experimental. So I liked it. I like the unusual, the because just when you're getting used to the track, it changes up, so it gives you that jolt of here. I need your attention again. So I thought it was really nice. It was very clever. I thought it was very clever that because sometimes you get used to the track and then you kind of like drift away unconsciously from it. So
snaps you back.
Yeah, having that change, a radical change like that, really pulls you back into it.
Yeah.
So it makes you question. Oh, wait a second. Did that song change? Did I flip it or something? So I thought it was really clever. And again, another praise to the vocal line, because vocals in NCT 127 are like top notch.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't listen to music to be kept on my toes.
Good point.
Unless I'm actually just the only thing I'm doing is just listening to music.
As a whole album, first time experience.
Bloody hell, keeps you on your toes.
Very, very dynamic and entertaining whole album. So the listening of the 17 tracks that they have. By the way, it's a
17.
It's a long 20. Track list.
It shows 18.
Yeah, 17. I just looked at it.
17.
Yeah.
Right. It's
So
a long album.
It's a long album, so the whole listening experience is very dynamic and it's very entertaining on its own. So you don't need visuals to listen to this whole track and be entertained.
It's a whole experience on its own.
So yes, so I like that about Boom.
I said Pandora's Box. I said a way better. Like I thought the album is progressively getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I said a great track, solid idea, and good instrumental. I said on point. Like Pandora's Box it started to become okay. I'm understanding what they're kind of going for. I'm liking it. So Pandora's Box is one of those. Then Make Your Day, favorite song by far.
I loved it. Yes, Make Your Day was definitely one of my favorites too. It was so beautifully sang. I'm a sucker for vocals, dude, and they really deliver.
I think this is when then I was like, okay, I like this one. I like Make Your Day. I think this was the one, let me just remind myself, which was kind of like a ballad.
I have it here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which was kind of like a ballad. So I was like, alright, this is my favourite song, but it has nothing to do with the previous ones.
I also thought it was, in my personal opinion, again, I thought it was a little bit like put there for a breather, which kind of felt forced.
Right.
Like, oh, here, let's give them a break. Put this one in the middle.
Yeah, weird though. That's one of my favourite songs though.
I know, the positioning was strange. I have to say, it's like halfway through it-ish. So it was kind of like strange placing.
Track 8, yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of strange, but it was a very, very, very good track.
It's a great song. I just don't know exactly. The only thing is I don't know about the placement of it.
Again, I think I personally liked it the best because it was a very consistent track throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't jumping up and down. It wasn't too crazy experimental. So it gave you a good taste of what NCT vocals can provide.
So that's when I come to you, because I feel like this is the NCT I would enjoy the most. So do let us know if they have any slower albums, or if they have any more vocally vocal focused album and stuff like that, rather than the electronic type of stuff. And I think by now, by listening to us and stuff like that the whole electronic stuff, it's enjoyable, but it's not what you're gonna find in our playlists. Mm-hmm. And I think it's more about the experience when it comes to that type of music, and especially with hardcore pop as well. I like, even if you've seen some of our reactions or watching with us or reviews and stuff like that, I sometimes just like closing my eyes and listening, because I'm not really I'm not really into the whole keeping me on my toes type of energy. A day's hectic enough, but this was I thought, holy this is a good NCT here. Yeah. I wonder if this is just the surface as well, so I wonder what else they have.
Yeah.
Then I have Mad Dog.
No, then it has a little interlude, isn't it?
Oh, I like the interludes. Good workout interludes, actually.
The beginning, the prelude and the interlude, and they has one at the end as well, I think. So there's little nuggets of musical, like instrumental tracks that are so good, and I think that's when they shine the most on beat producing.
Oh yeah.
And
Sound production. Jesus
yeah, the
Christ.
sound production is insanity. Again, very SM,
Right,
like very high quality stuff. You get the top of the top. But then I also think those are the tracks that would shine in choreo to show off how good they are choreographically.
Good point.
Good
point.
Which is such a tease for people listening, because they know what they, like you as a listener, know that they're capable of killing that track with some hard choreo.
Oh, that's a point
so
I kind of
you're really
forget.
looking like you're looking forward to what they could do with that.
And then that's also maybe the songs that I really wasn't a fan of. They could be the songs that in a live performance
would absolutely murder,
blow me away.
Exactly. That's the reason why I like Punch, because Punch and Kick It, they are what? Commercial hardcore.
Kick It's catchy as hell though.
Yeah, but Punch it is as well. So I was editing and I was singing that song after I finished.
Oh yes. Well,
so,
how does it go? No, I'm gonna try and remember it without. No. The ending, the sort of the chorus is so bloody catchy. Oh, I can't remember how it goes. But it is catchy, yeah.
It's so catchy. And
but this type of songs, the songs that I wasn't a big fan of, now I'm thinking about it, those would be the ones that if I'm in a concert and I'm watching them, I'll throw money at them.
Yeah. And I think that's what NCT represents very well. They're very marketable. They're so easy to watch.
Mad Dog, not for me.
Yeah, me neither. Again, it's very...
I thought it was a replaceable song. Because I thought... But yet again, it's like... Experiment, isn't it? You're going to hit some, you're going to miss some. From what I'm seeing from you guys. But I wasn't a fan. I thought, yeah. I don't know.
I think Mad Dog was very strong on the rap line. So it was giving the rappers a very nice, strong platform there. Also...
I'm a rapper, and surprisingly, I don't know why I didn't enjoy it.
I know, that's very strange, but for me, I think that's because they have to play to the subunits of the group itself. So here's a song for the vocalist. Now we have to make a song for the rappers, or something that's more easy for the rappers to do something.
Right, I see.
Right, and I also think those are the tracks, like I said before, that would have the strongest choreo, would be the coolest outfits, would create a whole visual entertainment part of it as well. So we're listening to one element of the whole thing.
Okay,
so
it's a good point.
Yeah,
that's why I like talking to you, because I can't see this stuff and I'm listening to
it. Fair enough.
Then I said Sit Down. Oh my gosh, listen to Sit Down and then listen to Look at Me Now by Chris Brown.
Oh, right? The similarities.
Or joke, and I don't, not really mad about it because it's a good song regardless. But then I thought again, it's like the running theme in my head. It's like, oh my gosh, this song again shows by little snippets how good the vocal line is.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't think this is the best album if you're new to NCT to go in it.
I agree. I think it's so experimental and so different.
Very, bro. Like
it drifts in and out of ideas and images, and when I was listening to it, I was having like images in a very weird way, and honestly,
psychedelic run.
No, but like, it's a whole experience. So I suppose it makes a stamp in a first time listener, but it also leaves you very curious of what their usual sound is like.
Right, I see.
Because that's just genuinely how I feel. I just feel very curious about. I wonder what their other tracks and albums are like. Because we heard that Highway to Heaven track that was in English, right?
Oh, ages ago.
Ages ago, in the last summer, I think.
Yeah, hit.
Absolute hit, right?
I like them,
and it was commercial, but it was so easy to listen to. I didn't even think it was a K-pop band.
No,
because they were so American.
Yeah, but the same. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So then again, I'm super confused on what their actual sound
Oh, yeah.
It's like us. That's also a title track.
I don't think we've done him enough justice in terms of
Me neither.
diving it. The problem is there's so many bands.
And NCT 1 to 7, that specific unit.
Yeah.
I think it's the most popular of the all NCT subunits.
Yeah.
We also heard some Wavy, who's also part of the NCT group and stuff. And Wavy was also super, super strong. And R&B,
Latino sort of.
No. The R&B that they were like on pastel colors. It was really good. Really,
But don't
really
they have
good.
a lot of tropical stuff? Wavy.
I don't know. I'll show you what Wavy is like. So we
Huh.
watched it ages ago. Ages ago.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. The only problem is I have with my little brain is just there's just so many, you know, and I'm trying to really do my research and things. The problem is I also don't want to dig in too deep without
So you don't
guys.
spoil your whole experience.
Because I don't know what I don't know what people would want us to watch and
This
stuff like
one.
that.
Remember this one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was good. They were good.
They were so good. It was like R&B. I was singing this song for days. Love Talk. I was singing that
That was
song
very good.
for
Yeah,
days.
I remember. I think I remember.
Yeah, it was so good. Is honestly, so again, I don't know what, and NCT Dream is playing alongside the same idea and same concept.
It was very in your face, very commercial.
But it is different on its own. So it's its own thing.
Right.
So I'm curious.
They seemed
you know?
very mature though, even though they're like the youngest.
Yes, but then you see these guys.
Oh,
and
they're
then you
a product.
think, whoa.
Yeah, they're one hell of a product. So then, so my running theme in my head while I'm watching this, and one of the things I've always said is like I try to be 1,000% honest. Actually, I don't try to be. I am, but the problem why sometimes I may not be is because I actually don't know how I feel yet.
In the moment, yeah.
Not in the moment yet, because saying how I feel in the moment, my mood changes. The next day I'm in a different mood, or someone called me and now I'm in a different mood and I was listening to music. And if you're doing sort of like sharing your opinion with so many it's weird. So it's like I don't want to do any injustice because of my own external variables.
I believe that the best that we can do is provide an honest opinion on how we felt the moment we heard it, because I think that's the most controllable variable that we could possibly have.
Yeah. Anyways, just take it with take it how you take it, I guess. But the running theme at this moment is like they're great vocalists. I just didn't like the production on certain songs. Then Love Song, I said great beat selection. They do their thing. I said really peculiar chord progression. It still feels experimental. Yet it fell down the right lane for me.
I believe that's my second favorite track in the album.
That and White Night.
Yeah, aren't we in White Night?
We're in Love Song.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, White Night is my second favorite track of the album.
White Night and what is it? And Make Your Day were my two favorite songs of the. Like those are the ones I've added to my playlist, and funnily enough, they're sort of like their ballad.
The same ballad.
Sort of thing, yeah.
Forward, yeah.
Which was a bit bizarre.
I think let me tell you, the vocalists here are just so strong, and they shine with their own light. Honestly, not saying that the rappers and the percussive side of it is not good either. I actually think they've got so much power, and they provide such a good personality and character to the whole group. But
I like the rap in Dreams Come True. That rap felt really in the right place, and like really on point. That's what I mean. It's like I just think it's a tough album to sort of walk in if you don't know much about NCT like we do.
Yeah, I believe that too. But based on we also watched NCT 127 regular, and that was very rap forward.
Yeah.
And they absolutely murdered
I think I like that.
Yeah, they have a whole English version. I think we watched.
Oh
it.
Yeah, that was hard.
It was so bloody good. That has like the Latino thing feel to it. It was like Bad Bunny type beat.
I don't think I've ever disliked a song from them.
I don't know.
We've seen a video from them.
Yeah, I agree. Their title tracks are so powerful.
Yeah, I don't think I have actually.
So yes, the rap line is outstanding. But I think in this album, I've been very curious to hear more. Like I want to hear the vocal line exploited a bit more. I want them to explore something a bit more vocally challenging for them.
I just think the beats were tough to do that type of stuff because they were so similar to Punch, similar to Kick It, similar to Mad Dog, similar, you know. So it's kind of hard to sing on top of those. And then I thought, like I think I had 4 or 5 favorite songs. Dreams Come True. So One Night and then Dreams Come True, they were really nice because lyrically they kind of followed each other. And Dreams Come True, I thought it's such a nice song because to hear these guys say things like look, you know, that in the lyrics is something along the lines of I didn't know if I was gonna make it here, you know, kind of now I have dreams to come true. And then he's talking about someone, about meeting that person. And I thought that's just, it's really nice. You know, the rap didn't feel forced at all. It felt in the right moment because rap can do something as in, it's like a conversation. You know, if it feels like that, and then the singing, it feels sort of, you know, like more harmonious.
Yeah. Because I think the rap in that song kind of felt like a dialogue, like a whole conversation, which is what gave it that natural feel to it. Like, it didn't feel like smooth. Now there's a rap, you know?
Right.
It didn't feel like, oh, this section is for the rappers. It gave that dialogue, easygoing. It perfectly fits into the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my last favorite one was Elevator 127, which you put in the story.
Oh, it was such a bop.
That's, I said, amazing. Makes me question why there were so many songs in the album.
I agree.
Again, but this is just my personal pet peeve, and I've had a lot of conversations with you guys, and a lot of you agree, a lot of you, actually, I think most people agree. I don't know if you disagree, anyone watching, but it's like, I sometimes feel that you don't need to make an album more than 14 songs.
I agree. I actually think more than 13, 12 songs, it's enough. It's enough because otherwise you become lost in the idea.
Or redundant.
Yes, or it repeats itself. And I believe that.
17 songs, I thought, oh boy, here we go.
And I have to be honest, it kind of drifted in and out of my personal taste, my personal opinion. I believe that overall this album kind of, because of its experimental feel, kind of drifted a little bit in and out of its concept a bit. Because what is Neozone? Bless you.
But what is this?
Like, it makes me question what is Neozone.
Well, if you think about it though,
you know,
Neozone is sort of like this bright, you know, electronic,
kind
weird,
of dark.
Not dark.
Yeah, because neon signs
they
shine in the dark.
When you think quirky or like,
quirky, unusual, kind of retro a bit.
Yeah, it kind of does feel.
It
fits. The album fits with what it's meant to sell.
Yeah.
Right. But again, it's like, you know, not every album you listen to you're gonna like. But
I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't listen to the 17 songs on skipping any.
No, I actually have 3 songs that I really like, and that are on my playlist.
I wrote down I had 6. I think I miscounted, but I think I had 6. Could have been 7, or could have been 5. Love Song, White Night, Dreams Come True, Elevator 127, Pandora's Box, Make Your Day.
Boom is good.
And then 6 songs. Yeah, I didn't miscount. Those were the ones that I added to my playlist, and I know I can listen to them without skipping anything. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like they just went together.
Yeah.
But they went together in the vibe that I like. The other ones do go together, but they're a bit like wild.
They're a bit wild.
Yeah, they're a bit like too electronic for me.
I don't know. I didn't dislike the whole album, but I don't know. Maybe because I'm not a commercial type of person. I'm not a commercial listener overall. I actively avoid it. So it's not playing to my to my personal taste.
Well, think about this. The songs that I didn't add to my playlist were the songs that it's not that the band, there's something wrong with the band.
No.
Is that there's something wrong with, I thought, with the idea or the production of that specific beat. So it had actually nothing to do with individuals. How many artists could you say that about, that you always listen to an album and then you're like, oh, there's actually nothing wrong with him. It's just the beat. I didn't like the beat. Not many. And then the songs that we actually liked,
That's
ironically
a good
enough,
point.
were the songs where they portray more natural talent.
Yeah.
When more, where the rapping was more natural, or the singing seemed more sort of like
Unforced.
no, not unforced. They had the right platform to showcase ability.
Mm-hmm.
How many artists can you say that, like, we have in our albums? You're like, you either like an album or you hate it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean. It's like, even with K-pop, man, even if you don't like any of their songs, there's still lessons to be learned, because they have so much variety in what they create.
And
slow, fast, experimental, electronic, hip hop.
And they play to so many different genres. So there's always something for everybody.
Then that's my question though. Do you run the risk of trying to please everyone and then not creating the best possible album you could create?
I believe they did that very well. Why? Because they gave a chance to showcase how flexible they are as a group and how easy it is for them to adapt and create an atmosphere with each track, which with what do I have a problem with this album is that it didn't feel like one track followed the other until we reached the interlude. After the interlude, they became very congruent. Like, one thing followed to the other, and it just felt like the puzzle fit. But the first half of the album, every song, it's very strong in its own. But when I listen to an album, I want the whole album to tell me something.
Kind of like a story.
Exactly.
Beginning, middle,
I want
end.
to be involved in a journey, and it was such an experience that it kind of felt a bit isolated, one track from the other in the first half.
I see.
But that doesn't mean that the album is bad or it didn't fit to my likings, because like I said, the tracks that I didn't particularly like were the ones that showcase more dancing capabilities. We're not seeing a show, we're listening to a whole whole album,
Yeah.
So and I know they're capable of providing a sold-out show.
Yeah. Well, talent is undeniable. Like, they're bloody talented guys, and they're super well produced, and they have everything to make hits. They do. You know what I mean? So it's not a matter of like whether I like NCT or not. I like NCT. That's a given. It's whether it's like, for example, BTS or sorry, not BTS. I was thinking Bryson Tiller, and then BTS came to my mouth. So Bryson Tiller, where that's my favorite artist. However, he's only got 2 albums, right? But do I like one album better than the other? Yes. Yeah. Can I still listen to the other album? Yes. Do I still do? Yes. Do I pick songs that I like the most, and there's other ones that I sort of skip? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just wonder now, from if you're a huge NCT fan, I wonder what your like the general consensus was among the fan base. Like, what was people's feelings in terms of like maybe
a general conclusion of it all?
Yeah, maybe they take it more. Maybe it was more, wow, this was great on its own because it's so experimental. Or maybe it's the same. It's like maybe it runs the risk of being too experimental, and then new fans can't adapt too fast. Oh my gosh, that dog is driving me nuts.
Oh, pobrecito.
Or it's, you sort of take it as what it is. There's some good songs that you might like. There's some songs you didn't like. There's some songs that you couldn't give 2 cats about, and there's other songs that you give 2 puppies about. You know what I mean? So let us know what you think. Again, 6 good songs. So I'm not mad I heard it, because I found 6 good songs that I'm gonna play for like a month on repeat.
Yeah, I actually think is a very strong album.
Right, the next one was TXT.
Oh my god!
And this was a surprise,
was that good or was that good.
Because this was a surprise, because it gave me the same feeling of like, if I was gonna give any like contenders of I want Western artists to make music with this band, I'd say TXT.
TXT.
Which is wild because they're so new, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yet they feel so like they're aligned.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because they're so fresh, so young. They just seem to fit so well with the pop scene right now that's happening in the Western world so easily.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Ariana Grande could sing along with those boys and absolutely murder
JB,
it.
You
Justin Bieber.
can see the clear inspirations in it as well.
Like, I mean, Billie Eilish in one of those songs. I mean, what was that song? Their title.
Oh, the title track.
Yeah.
Can't hear me anymore. Can
you see me now?
Yeah, can you see me?
You can't see me or something like that.
Yeah, I
At
forget the
TXT.
We did drop the video.
Yeah.
Can't you see me?
Yeah, Dream Chapter. That's the name of the EP. Can't you see me?
Yeah, Can't you see me? Yeah.
Can't you see me? That was such like Billie Eilish could have done a weird vocalization to that, remix that track and drop it, and boom, you get a hit internationally.
Yeah, they murdered. They actually bodied that beat. I did not expect them to do so well on a beat like that.
Me neither.
And they murdered it.
Especially because I had this preconception of them being a happy puppy band.
Yeah.
I did not expect them having this super cool, darkish, progressive type of like vibe to them in the videos. Also, that video kind of played along with we're fresh, we're young, but we also have our internal troubles.
But it was also
so
light-hearted
cool.
because it was fruits, wasn't it?
Yes, but again, it's the play on the both, you know? And how do you feel when you're a teenager, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a great.
They have such a bright future, dude. And I can't wait what's next for them.
And just for them being with Big Hit, I know they're headed to big success. Big success.
And they sort of resonate because Big Hit also has BTS, of course.
Yeah.
So they resonate to a younger audience, maybe.
They do indeed.
Right,
they're young. They're targeted towards a younger audience.
That's awesome.
They're the teenagers, the school students and stuff.
I see. Then I wrote Drama. I said it's a well-produced pop song. The beat changes made sense. And after listening to a lot of K-pop in these last 2 weeks, there are a lot that does seem to be like a trend where you sort of put a lot of beat changes and quirky stuff. Sometimes doesn't make any bloody sense and it's unnecessary. But on this, it made sense. On this song specifically, it made sense. And I said a lot of value in the international market. A lot. That song has a lot of value. And I said possible hit in my eyes. Both that one and Drama, possible hit in my eyes.
Actually, TXT and Eternity, the whole EP for me, it's a very solid international hit.
Huh?
The whole EP itself.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very accessible. It's a great introductory album to K-pop for somebody who's never heard K-pop before. Because it's so familiar to what's happening right now in the pop scene. It's very trendy.
I just thought it was good, yeah.
But say that you've never heard K-pop before and I played some of these songs to you, you'd be like, oh, wait a second, who are these guys?
Oh, so you're saying this is all like an in to the Korean industry? Yeah.
They're an easy in to discover a whole world of great artists.
Yeah, and they're genuine, actually K-pop.
They're genuine K-pop.
They're Korean pop.
They're exactly the pinnacle of it.
Yeah.
But they're so fresh and international. I don't know. They're so westernized, yet they keep so much of the roots of being Korean and the Korean pop. What it is.
They're a well-made product, I think.
It's so good.
Also, I think Big Hit has learned a lot from BTS.
From BTS. I was gonna say, just by being with, like I said earlier, just by being with Big Hit, they're headed to great success.
Right. Weird, isn't it? How now Big
Hit is the label to be with. Yeah.
I remember after watching that documentary of like BTS and Big Hit and their relationship together, and then I also in my own time I watched this documentary just about Big Hit and how their stocks used to be like trash, and no one really cared about them, and everyone sort of just to see them as like a stray dog.
The underdog, yeah.
No, a stray dog. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, with a lot of smart money moves and a lot of right investors and stuff like that. So. It's just great. It's such a lovely story.
It's fantastic.
Then Fairy of Shampoo, which I thought was the weirdest name out of all the albums.
So did I. I thought it was such a cool name.
I Please, for the love of Jesus, explain to me why that's the case. I find it very hard to look for lyrics of this song, and I found them. Some people in the comments of that thing said they were a bit inaccurate.
Okay.
But no one explained why. What the hell is the fairy of shampoo? What does that mean?
Me neither. I wonder what that is.
Wow, I turned on my light by accident. Yeah, so I said I like this song a lot. Very hearable yet peculiar, and it showcases talent and chord versatility.
The chord progression there was so unusual for a pop song. I really liked it though.
Weird, but good.
Yes.
Nice.
Not experimental to be like, oh, what is that?
Yeah, not edgy enough to sort of be like, fucking.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Again, very consistent album.
Then Maze in the Mirror. I said I particularly enjoy guitar singer-songwriter type of music. So I'm a bit biased when it comes to songs like this. But I thought, first of all, you get Can You See Me, right? Heavy pop. Drama. Heavy pop. Fairy Shampoo. Low-key pop. Right? Where it sort of turns a bit weird into, those slow beats, so like R&B.
Yeah, they kind of mix a bit. You got that edge between R&B and pop.
And then, bam, a ballad. Or a singer-songwriter sort of guitar.
And it fits so well. It was such a great progression because
it's like lowering the volume at the right time.
Yeah, it was like getting you to that. It was working you towards it.
Brilliant.
And I adore that. That's what I meant with the other albums that we were talking about. Sometimes some tracks just feel like they don't fit in, but this was such a beautiful progression.
Hold on, I wanna just remind myself of Fairy Shampoo because I'm thinking. I think
that's such a cool name, by the way.
Fairy of
Shampoo.
Shampoo. I just want to remind myself. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. So it close to a ballad. Close.
Yeah, but it could easily be. You could easily put a ballad after, and it wouldn't feel like a ballad here.
Well,
weird.
they did, right? Amazing
Exactly.
Mirror. So I said I particularly enjoy guitar singer-songwriter type music. So this is good. Introduction of ballads and slower songs made sense too, and it drives away from the hard commercial pop, so it's slowly evolving into this. So I think it slowly evolves the audience and the listener. That's what I mean. It's like this was a really clever album in terms of the listening experience of showcasing in an EP of 6 songs, seven songs.
6.
How much TXT can do, which I think a lot of these bands have this capability. First through their training because they're actually fucking trained, you know what I mean? And you don't get artists in any other part of the world where they're really trained like that, so they can do everything. So it's hard sometimes in an EP when you only get so many songs to showcase that hey, they can rap, they can dance, they can do pop, they can do ballads, and then they can also do R&B and a bit of I don't know,
commercial stuff.
Yeah. So very hard, but they did it. They banged it on. So I thought that was really good. And then Puma. I said weirdly good timing after 2 ballads to switch it up like this.
It was
with Travis Scottish.
It was unexpectedly good, and I felt like Rosalia could have done something weird there too.
That was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, it was Travis Scott, such a great inspiration for that track. I don't know if that's it, but he has great influences in there.
It's a bit. I don't know enough about the Korean industry to see how much inspiration they take from other parts of the world.
Yeah, but remember the beat producers and the
work with everyone.
Yeah, and the people that do arrangements for the tracks are international people. Are people that sometimes they're British, sometimes they're American, sometimes they make music for the Indian pop, and so they're very. That's why you get such a versatile. Sound.
And also I remember someone said in the comments once, which thank you for commenting. They said the reason why, because I said, oh my gosh, how do they do these catchy lines? It's so weird that every time I'm always gonna remember those little lines. And then someone said, oh, they actually have someone, that speaks English fluently. Think of these little lines, and
of course
they bang them out.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Lyricists and producers, they usually are from out of town, let's say.
Okay.
So they're very they outsource a lot.
But I do wonder how big Western artists are as an inspiration for these sort of bands.
Well, I mean,
like Travis Scott or
I think they're pretty
Billie
big.
Eilish.
I think they're pretty big. I think because they're global, aren't they? So you hear them everywhere, as well as you hear It's like when we were in Venezuela, we were listening to mostly Latino music, but we know who the hell Beyonce was when she first released her solo stuff. That was played everywhere, and everybody wanted to be Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? And when Chris Brown first released his own stuff, everybody knew who Chris Brown was. And even
Travis, Rosalie, and Billie Eilish are in that level.
Absolutely. They're very global, so I would say they're known.
Right.
And their influences are known, for sure.
The reason why I ask as well is because they don't, many of these bands don't write their own stuff. The label provides them with lyrics and stuff like that. So then it's like, are the writers inspired by this? Are the people who make the arrangements inspired by the whole industry? Is it actually them? Because we saw that video of who was it? They met Cardi B, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Cardi B."
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was BTS.
I think it was RM or something like that.
RM was like, and Drake. They were like losing their heads over it. Yeah.
They do know.
They do. Yeah, they do.
And then would they introduce sort of like get inspired by that and then perform it in a certain way to sort of show their inspiration? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, again, I believe that the music industry is so
broad.
It's so broad, and it like everybody influences everyone at some point, somewhere.
Well, bloody hell,
so,
all of these pieces of music, all of these projects are influencing us.
That's what I'm saying. So the beauty of the music industry is that we are feeding off of each other constantly, and in such a healthy, beautiful way. It's like we're not codependent of each other, but if our specific artist didn't exist or break that ground or enter a different
feed off of each other,
you wouldn't open your eyes to a different genre or a different arrangement or a different chord progression. And there's always I know, like, I've seen tons of interviews of the artists that I love, and they say I was inspired by Stevie Wonder, and I was inspired by Lady Gaga, and this person changed the way I see the world. And so we're constantly all being influenced by the current media and music that was done years and years ago. So I when people say, oh, you shouldn't compare, you shouldn't say they're influenced by this and that, I think yes, we should, because we are all growing, and this is what's making those artists be better. We're all like helping each other in that ground.
Yeah, it's a bit weird not to compare, because it'll be like, say you have a group of friends, right? It'll be like saying they haven't had any impact in your life or any impact in your personality. Yeah.
We start talking like each other. We start acting a certain way. There's certain jokes that other people won't get because
or in a broader
spectrum.
Perspective, I was about to say, but whatever. The videos you watch influence you. The shows you watch influence you. The actresses you like influence you. Your political views influence you.
The movies you watch, the books you read, the people you talk to, everything influences you constantly.
So, and if we accept that these guys making music, even though they seem like gods, they're human, they also get influenced by other people. So it's not far off to believe that they also have inspirations of other artists. But I just want to know, like, what TXT sort of like, who they want to be like, or who they look up to and stuff like that. Then I said, like, very good choice of beat in Puma, good use of the vocal line, the rap is good, and the sample is really good. The sample was really good.
Beautiful.
I don't know who that sample is, but please let us what it was. A lady. Was that a lady?
I think it was, and it was so beautiful.
Then Eternally, I said clear inspiration shown on this one, right? The same Travis, Billie Eilish. Good use of what's working right now on the international market. The problems with songs like this, I said, is that they switch up too abruptly. Like, the first half was my favorite bit, then it changes crazy, and then it goes back to normal. I'm like, whoa,
what happened? Yeah.
And then I'm like, whoa, hold on, why did you do that?
Hanging.
Yeah, why did you do that? But then, Ballet, you brought this to my attention. It's like, Ephra, remember, they're gonna perform this live as well. So imagine the performance value this might have. It's the same as the NCT case we were talking about earlier. Some of the songs that I wouldn't listen to with my headphones while my eyes are closed and I'm vibing, I would absolutely pay to watch in a live performance.
Yep.
With fireworks
and that is my final conclusion with TXT. They're internationally so accessible.
Yeah.
They got so much potential, and I am so excited to see what they bring in the future years.
It's been such a packed week because also August D released as well.
And oh my god, that's my 10 out of 10 of today.
I think that was that is my favorite album of the month because I love rap.
But the emotional value in that album, I have to say, I'm not a rap. Like,
You're
I have my
rap.
moments. Yeah. I have my moments. Yes, I listen to Kendrick. Yes, I go to Jonah Lucas. I listen to Eminem, J. Cole.
Bryson Tiller, you like a bit?
So
even his heavier rapping side.
Yes, I do have my moments, but it's not my... Drake is top. But it's not my... Future.
We were banging out just to Future's new album,
actually. Pleasure.
Yeah. Let us know if you'd like us to check out
his new album.
Future's new album. If you're more into rap, I'm into rap all the way. So I know all the new releases. I know I've heard all the albums. So if you'd like me to hear, or you like to hear Baleska's perspective from someone who listens to rap casually and then someone who listens to rap like hardcore, that'll be a fun conversation as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, if you have seen our album review for August D, I have to be in the mood to strictly listen to lyrics and be blown away by lyricism when I listen to that type of like lyrical rap. Obviously. But with August D, it was such an emotionally packed journey, and
my gosh,
such a soul searching and vulnerable place, and the every track was perfectly thought through with the lyrics that they just worked so well together. It gave me strong Eminem vibes. You know when Eminem really thinks about what he's gonna say?
Dog.
No, what he's gonna say because it fits the beat. Well, that's how I felt with his. I'm not comparing him like levels of lyricism because I don't speak Korean, no idea.
Kind of hard to do that when it's a foreign language as well.
It is. But rhythmically speaking, beautiful rhymes and translated lyrics, because again a lot gets lost in translation. Yeah. But the lyrics and the references and everything's very well thought through. But it was such a satisfying experience.
It was a packed journey, bro.
Such a satisfying experience because I was in there in the moment in each song, you know, like I could picture myself in those positions. So the storytelling was so dynamic and so full, so alive, because it's raw, it's real, you know. And I just love the idea of the idol image being stripped away.
Well, funnily enough, luckily we just posted. When you're watching this, it'll be it is Sunday now.
But it'll be later on in the Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be slightly later on. But a lot of hours would have gone past when we watched August D. Wachi. Oh my God, what's the name of it? Wachi. I don't want to sound silly saying it because
me neither.
It's called
Dachi
Wita.
I don't know.
Dachi Wita.
I don't know
how he says it in the song. I forget it. But yeah.
Such a good one though.
Once you, if you've watched that, then you sort of know how we feel about the whole thing, pretty much, or that song. But at the bottom, luckily, you could see the comments. I checked them before we did this, and people were saying that, funnily enough, Baleska and Efra, they actually strip away a lot of the idol imagery in a lot of their mixtapes, rap heavy mixtapes, like RM's mixtapes that's been heavily recommended.
We gotta check that out.
We'll check that out next week. We thought we were gonna check it out this week, but then obviously this released, so we thought let's do this first.
And that was so fun.
So that they say that BTS has always done that.
Oh, that's so good, because it gives you that human. We're human, damn. Like we are. flesh and blood like you are.
Who else
That's
does
so
that?
exciting. Jackson 1 does it quite often.
Right.
Jay Park, but he was a former idol, so he has that
Jay Park-
rebellious.
Jay Park bridged the gap by breaking the bridge.
Basically,
Yeah.
he kicked out. Well,
He's got all my
Take
respect.
it.
Dude. And I love the fact the way he handled the whole Brian Ortega issue as well.
oh yes, I actually think Jay Park's such a boss, and so I don't know.
He's so low key
I
savage,
was
but
gonna
he's friendly.
say, yeah, he's not your typical aggressive dude, but
Don't look it, no.
no,
He might
not
be
at
up
all. No, but no, he doesn't though. He could have been in that circumstance.
there. Not if he's smart.
That's true because he
Yeah.
was alone.
No, and it's Brian Ortega.
That's also
I mean,
true.
even if he's a twat, you know, he's still gonna kick your butt.
Yeah, absolutely. I like him. I
Yeah.
like him.
I like him a
overall.
lot.
I like his attitude and his.
He's got all my.
perspective
He's
in
got
life.
all my respect.
Yeah, so those are, and I know Super Junior sometimes hints to strip away that idol image as well. Big Bang has done it big time.
Oh yeah, shit.
Big time.
Yeah.
But every time they come back, they're still idols. They're still seen as idols.
And then the
So-
funny thing is, all of this is free.
This is free?
Yeah, you can get all these mixtapes for free. You don't have to pay anything.
What?
Yeah, it's like a mixtape, isn't
How
it?
is he making money out of
He
this?
just wants his music to be heard like that.
Okay, more respect to him.
I mean, obviously,
he doesn't need it.
the
but
video.
like,
No,
my
no.
God.
Obviously, the video ad revenues going to him.
Of course.
But like, even in case you didn't know, like when people do like reactions and stuff like that, all that money goes to them. You know, not to the reactors, which
Yeah.
is, to be fair,
The best
100%
way.
fair
Yeah,
play.
Yeah.
Because. If,
Come on, so much work goes into it. It would be
Yeah.
so unfair.
Yeah, and if you were an artist and then someone else was watching a video and they were getting money, you'd be like, bloody hell. You know?
Bloody hell.
Yeah, especially when it's that type of stuff. And there's some lovely people that allow you to then, as reviewers and stuff, that allow you to monetize, and you can only not express how grateful you are, stuff like that, because they allow you to sort of do this. But none of this, like the whole mixtape, it's free, mate.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I saw that in the comment. Again, don't mark my words. Mark that comment. But I think that's what it is.
I can't. That's so good.
Like Rem's mixtapes are like available in SoundCloud only and stuff like that.
That's crazy. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's real rapper style. You
gangster.
know? It's
I
gangster.
I really like him. We don't have a Q&A this week.
No, we don't. We forget to do one. I forget to post it.
Yeah.
My bad.
But we'll do one next week.
Yes. So if you do have questions, you have more albums that you want us
Oh
to
yeah, which
react to.
albums should we check out next? It could be
I mean,
old, it could be new,
It could be Western, it could be pop, it could be whatever the hell you want us to listen to. We are more than happy to do it.
What I was gonna say, for people that like rap and they sort of like
Gunna.
yeah, Gunna released, and album was okay. It was a Gunna album, but there were 4 songs that you if you like Gunna, or actually if you don't like Gunna, but you just like modern rap, you vibe to them in the car, you close your eyes and you just vibe to this,
Which are they?
and you pull up to the club listening to these songs, and ladies will just come up to you, and if you're a lady, ladies will come up to you. I really like the intro, Argentina, hard ass intro, because
Okay.
it's just like a little instrumental kind of thing.
Nice.
Met Gala, one of the hardest songs in the whole thing. Cooler than a, I mean, I can swear at this point, I think. Cooler than a B,
Okay.
which has Roddy Rich.
Cool.
And in the actual video, they spelled his name wrong, ironically enough.
How funny is that?
Yeah, and they haven't corrected it. And everyone in the comments is like, I don't know who this guy is, or is it joking? I think they misspelled it with they forgot a C. Yeah, they forgot a C, yeah. In the actual Google
Who's
thing.
Roddy Rich? I only know Roddy Rich with one C.
I think Gunna posted this album while he was drunk or high. one of the songs, he posted the same song twice under different names, and then misspelled Roddy Rich's name.
I think yeah.
It was
probably.
just on correct.
It's like, let's do this.
Yeah, and then Don't Play Around. Good, but it depends on people's taste. And then Do Better. So you get 5 good Gunna songs. Ironically enough, though, I didn't enjoy the Travis Scott feature, and he is one of my favorite artists.
That's weird. I like him.
Didn't like it.
I like Travis Scott. He's like, wow.
Fight Me. I didn't like Lil Baby's and I'm a big Lil Baby fan. I didn't like Lil Baby's feature.
I think it's very hard, but
I like Sold Out Dates Lil Baby, that type of flow, and Gunna Sold Out Dates Gunna. That flow is unbeatable by Gunna.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, they just didn't merge well on that song, in my opinion.
Fair
Anyways, if you like that one, then good for you. Fight me. But yeah, so you get 5 good songs there from Gunna if you sort of that type of stuff. Another like new releases that have come out as well.
I'm so looking forward to Chromatica. Lady Gaga, please drop it now. I need to listen to the whole thing right now. Oh
Obviously,
my god.
Future released. I haven't really taken my time. We were listening to it just before we recorded, but I haven't taken my time.
I was vibing. That's all I can say. I was totally vibing to that. It was so hard.
If you're really into rap, Polo G released. Flex is a great song. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. I haven't heard much of it either. What else has released? New releases, let's see. Obviously, KSI released his thing, if you're into that. Few good features in it. It's amazing, though. It's amazing that a YouTuber that used to make the rape face in his room while playing FIFA, it's doing such money moves and business moves. I admire the guy. It's crazy, and the fact that he's kind of close to where I went to school and stuff like that, bizarre. You know, he's got songs with Trippy, Lil Pump, Jeremy, Offset, Murdered, absolutely bodied that beat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rick Ross, Lil Baby.
I freaking love Rick Ross.
You know, it's I whether you like KSI or not, or whether you even like the album or not, you have to
applaud his
that
progress,
is just wild,
his growth.
bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
People saying his music's gonna flop, and I was like, look at the numbers he's
It's
doing
like,
already.
dude, support the growth.
Literally, bro.
Like, look at the journey.
And I don't like people that hate on him because they see only the shallow part. The guy that trolls, the guy that, you know, he's funny and he makes funny videos and he says edgy stuff and he's likable or dislikable. But if you see past that facade, if you're a YouTuber, you want this guy to be as famous and successful as possible because it's proven the point that YouTube is in a bubble. You can go to another bubble and make it mainstream. It's not likely that a YouTuber breaks through the YouTube bubble, through the mainstream, and does it well.
Yeah.
Not likely at all, and it doesn't happen very often. We've had a lot of people that have tried, and you know, us as I guess new
Watchers,
YouTubers,
yeah.
and also viewers, we watch and you're like, oh fuck, that wasn't great.
What's happening?
You know what I mean? But KSI is doing such a great job. You know, I guess at this point everyone knows, like, people like Logan Paul have made so many mistakes. People like Jake Paul have made so many mistakes. The Paul brothers, and
Pauls.
other figures. You know, the Amandas, the Lily Pond, like the huge names have made mistakes, and they've also made huge moves. And if you hate on them, it's like there's whatever. But if you're part of the YouTube community, you probably want them to do as great as you can because consequentially, you would. If you break out that bubble, you wouldn't be the first. There's a path to follow, especially in the music world. You know, you get a lot of people making music. You get a lot of people doing covers on the music. You've had a lot of bands come from YouTube. You had a lot of people break through YouTube and stuff like that, like the Conor Maynards, like the William Singers, like.
There's so many.
Yeah, a lot. The Boys. You know, is it the Boys? The Voice. Those guys that used to do the covers.
I don't remember.
Voice Avenue.
Voice Avenue.
That's what they are. You know, you've had a lot of people that break through the mainstream media. Now KSI though. He's very peculiar though because
he was a gamer that turned boxer that turned into a rapper. That's such a great crazy switch up.
And it sounds fast, but it took like 10 years.
I was gonna say it hasn't happened like that. And you know what I admired about him, that in order to make those drastic changes, he's had to work.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no tomorrow.
I like him. I really like him.
I really admire what he's done. Whether you like the final product or not, that's just personal taste.
Yeah,
it's down to you. But those names in that album, those are just a little reminder.
That's a dream come true, mate.
Huge success that guy's making. Money moves.
Dream come true.
Cardi.
And yeah, I think music wise, you know, being brutally honest, music wise, I think he's gonna be surprised himself as much he's gonna grow.
I was gonna say it's the real beginning of his music career.
This is amazing. Like, it's gonna be so amazing to see how he evolves. You know, and you're starting to see a KSI that's just trying completely different stuff, opening up in vocals with that Jeremy song. He's lowering vocals. He's trying to rap with a deeper voice or a more neutral voice.
Yeah, experimenting with his vocal capabilities.
He's spending time with the big names, so he's learning. I can guarantee you, Offset told him some stuff. I can guarantee Jeremy spoke to him. I can guarantee you, Rick Ross. So he's in the right environment, and he's a very hard-working individual. None of the stuff he's done comes free or luck.
Or
it's
just
all
by
work.
chance. Yeah,
it's all work. So I'm really excited to see what he's got in his future career. So yeah, that's sort of my 2 cents on KSI and the Gunna. Apart from that, I think that's pretty much everything that's released actually this week.
Yeah, so thank you very much for staying through the whole Feature Friday Plus.
Yep.
And we are going to be...
No news or articles today, nothing like that.
No,
music.
Just music, like the core of their idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, stick around for more reviews, and if you have any questions or if you have any things like articles or new albums or old albums that you want us to check out, make sure to drop them below. Make sure to check out our Twitter, leave a little request in there, and like, follow, share, and subscribe and whatever, and we'll see you throughout the week.
Peace.
Bye bye.